Cook on Sunday, eat till Thursday. I'm Allie and you're watching Economy Bites. Welcome to a very special episode of Economy Bites. As you can tell, we are outside of the city today, going to visit a very special friend who lives right here. I hope she's home. Hi, Emily.
Hi, Allie. Come on in.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Get out. With me today in her kitchen is Emily. Oh, sorry.
I'm Daniel's mom.
Emily is Daniel's mom. She's one of our moms, but she's not mine.
We're making granola and yogurt.
Breakfast extravaganza that you can cook on Sunday and eat for weeks.
So we're going to make yogurt tonight. It'll sit overnight for the cultures to grow in the cooler, which is going to be the warmer. Improvise is my middle name. Take 3, take 4.
That's perfect.
Clunk. When you use low-fat milk, it'll come out to a very thin consistency, and if you add dry milk powder, it'll help thicken it up. It's not critical the amounts that you're going to make.
So 6 tablespoons.
Yes, but it's totally not critical.
Okay. Why are you using goat's milk instead of just powdered milk?
Well, because I like it. It has a little more bite to it. Add a little bit of milk and stir it up so that it dissolves. Turn on the heat.
Just enough to coat it, really.
What you cannot use is ultra pasteurized milk.
Okay.
It won't work.
How can we tell if we're at the grocery store?
Every carton of milk will say if it's ultra pasteurized. I do use a thermometer.
What's the temperature we're looking for?
Between 175 and 200 Fahrenheit. Now I'm adding the rest of the milk. I'm just going to add this whole quart.
What is the advantage to making your own yogurt as opposed to buying it?
A really good question. I wish I'd thought about that before.
Is there an advantage, or you just
well,
like to
you
do
can
it?
if you don't have one of these, a flame tamer, it's a good thing to have because when it reaches the temperature that I want it to be, I want to leave it there for 15 or 20 minutes, and I don't want it to burn, so I'll put it on top of this. You could do it in a double boiler, or you stand over the stove and watch it like a hawk. Keep stirring it, don't let it get above 200. I've made yogurt and the milk has come to a boil, and then it kind of poofs out and gets all over the stove.
And it just goes.
This is what happens sometimes when you're not watching. It's not a disaster.
Not a disaster. Minor disaster. Not
minor
a major.
glitch. We lost a little
This is becoming
milk.
a crisis.
This is going to become a crisis.
No. We're just gonna let it sit there now, low heat. What I need to do now is cool down the milk. We're putting some ice into the sink. Take the pot and setting it down in here. You wanna get it down to the temperature of about 100. You don't want it to go below 100. You want it to be just around that place where cultures grow. The last batch of yogurt, I always save a little bit to start the next batch. You just need like a tablespoon or 2.
If you don't have an old batch of yogurt,
Get a
laying
good
around,
commercial yogurt. Make sure whatever yogurt that you get has live cultures and not flavored. You can always add your flavors.
So then we'll add our yogurt.
You'll add
To
the
the starter.
hot milk to the starter. We'll seal them up, you'll see, and then we'll set it in there with some hot water. If you don't have a cooler,
Get one.
people throw out these styrofoam coolers. They're really easy to find. So here's one jug. If I start it in the morning, I might check in the middle of the day if the jugs are still warm. Next, I'm going to pour it into these containers with the starter yogurt. Have a stirring experience. Seal it up, and then I'm going to put it into the warmer, an improvised yogurt maker. Now do your thing. Cultures grow.
Is it time to make granola? So it's 8 to 24 hours after we made our yogurt.
So we're ready to take the yogurt out.
We're gonna make granola.
We need a big bowl. This container is 8 cups.
8 cups of rolled
Rolled
oats,
oats.
or 2 pounds.
So it's 2 pounds.
$2 to $3.
What we're going to add is a cup each of whatever nuts and seeds you like. Sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, walnuts, pepitas, pumpkin seeds,
Oh, pumpkin seeds. I love pumpkin seeds.
flax seeds, Brazil nuts, and I say walnuts, and almonds.
And almonds.
Oh, look,
there
a
they
few.
are.
Not quite a cup's worth, but
Pecans.
this is a recipe that's very flexible. Some people like coconut, but we're not putting coconut in. It could be shredded coconut, or it could be, what?
I said because I don't like it.
Because you don't like it, right? The thing that people say they like about my granola is that it's really nutty.
Just like us.
Sweet for yourself.
That's our comedy bit.
And then you have to mix it with a sweetener and some oil.
Maple syrup and oil.
An oil that doesn't have much flavor, like grapeseed oil.
So we're gonna chop up all of our nuts. We don't wanna get too big a mouthful of nuts. And then we're going to add them to our oats. Now we're gonna mix it all together.
I'll have to run down and get some more syrup. Maple syrup is expensive, but I buy it once a year or so. I buy a gallon of it.
A cup of
maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
Or honey, and a cup of your favorite lightly flavored oil. I'm just going to do my best to stir these up and mix it real well. Where we lived when Dana was born had 12 or 8 big sugar maples. Remember when we tapped the trees?
If you try and live by a maple tree, you'll save the money
A
of
sugar
having
maple.
to buy
Right.
sugar maple.
You'll appreciate why it costs so much.
Really?
Because
It's
it
involved?
takes 40 gallons of sap to get 1 gallon of syrup. This maple syrup costs $4. The cup of maple syrup
Oh, that's not bad.
costs $4. Get it all coated with the oil and the syrup or the honey.
And we're gonna bake it.
At 275 or lower.
So we're gonna put parchment paper down on each of these baking sheets.
then-
Just gonna put it in?
Yeah.
Here, I'll do mine and
Oh, good idea.
do that one.
So I just make it pretty shallow.
What's the purpose of the parchment paper?
It's for easy cleanup, but it also makes it easy to put it from here into a jar. If you don't have parchment paper, you can use a pan. It's not that.
It's not a big deal. So this is the last of our granola. We're gonna put it in, right?
Yep.
Check back in 45 minutes and see what we made.
I've never burnt granola, but sometimes in the middle I just, swish it around a little bit.
So it's been about 45 minutes.
You know when it's done? When it has that delicious
Aroma.
aroma. It doesn't get that crunch until it sits out and cools down.
And how long does it need to cool?
Until it feels cool to the touch. 10, 15 minutes or
Oh,
half
okay.
an hour or whatever. You want to put it in a glass container that you can seal up. You want to wait until it's really cool before you put them in because you don't want moisture to get it soggy again.
What a cute little jar.
Yard sale.
I love it. Let's put together our granola and yogurt.
And some fruit and berries.
Okay.
Some people like to add a little bit of sweetener to it, but at this time of year with all these sweet fruits, sometimes I add a little maple syrup.
Nothing like homemade granola. Good way to start the day.
And blueberries.
Blueberries.
You don't have to do anything to make blueberries.
Thank you, Emily, for teaching us how to make granola and yogurt, a breakfast that is easy and cheap to make, and you can eat it for
Ages.
weeks and
ages.
weeks and weeks. It's the ultimate economy bites recipe. Thank you for watching. Cook on Sunday, eat till Thursday. I'm Allie.
I'm Emily.
See you next time. Yeah, we just want to do it step by step so that the person who's never, ever, ever done it before
But I have ADD.
can do it. Yeah, but
You're gonna.
2 ADDs makes, for some reason, it'll work. It'll work.
All right, and time for another sip of coffee. You make a great TV personality. I mean, your off TV personality is pretty good too. But you're.